Hey everybody, welcome back. So I got a cool little thing I want to do here. I didn't even think about having two now similar body style 32nd scale Mustangs, AMT and Monogram, and I thought it would be cool to see how different they are. I don't have a clue. I've not looked at either one of them. This one's still sealed. First, I gotta give a quick shout out. So, a box shows up in my mailbox, and I had no clue. And it was a box with two model kits in it, believe it or not. Mike Lyons said he was, where was he at? He says he was at the Old Dominion open model show in Richmond, Virginia. And he saw these and he said they looked like they were right up my alley. And Mike, you're very right. Thank you for it. Thank you for these. So he sent me this, or he purchased this 1912 Model T. This thing is very cool. I just my style. And this is nice. It's an Academy Mini Craft model kit. Oh, that was made in Korea. I was thinking Japanese, but if you look at the writing, you can tell that's not Japanese or Chinese. That's Korean. I can spot that usually. Probably made in the Republic of Korea, Seoul, Korea. I wonder if there's a date on it. Probably not, but yeah, it says the same thing on that side. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Mike. And also he got me, check this out, got that 32 Chevy Roadster, a Hubley, and guess what? It is not it's not completely covered with flash. This is an older kit here. I didn't look and see what the year model of the kit was. Let's see, does it say? No. Kit number is 862K-350. So it's fairly old, because if I'm not mistaken, you guys have told me that the dash is usually the retail suggested retail price, $3.50. And from what I hear, and I don't know, that may not be the case on a Hubley, but from what I hear, these were quite expensive back in the day. So I'll have to do an unboxing on this one. But Mike, thank you so much for thinking about me at the model show, and you saw this and it reminded you of me. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for those two awesome model kits there. And another thing of business really fast. What is that? Fuzz. I finally got the rear Pro Street rear sections to print right. I finally got my springs. Come on, you can do it. I finally got my springs, and I got the supports where they're easy to take off. If you get one of these, do not, most all the parts will pull right off the supports, but I will give you a warning. Do not just pull these springs off of their supports, because the springs are independent of the shaft, right? So they're real coilovers. There are these tiny little supports that you could probably just take an X-Acto knife, you see how small they are, and just go right down the spring, tick, 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 knock them right off. So there's 4 of those supporting the springs. That's the only way I could get them to print. And then the other supports are very easily nipped right off. So it's got your 4-link bars, reinforced 9-inch with the 9-inch differential. Got a some kind of suspension pieces that, like I say, I mentioned this before, they go up inside here. This pops off really nice, really easy. You just push these off with your fingers and you can pretty much just pop it right off, and all the rest of the parts come off easily. But I would be careful with the springs, please. And it also comes with the rear drilled brakes and the calipers right there. So I'll have that on the website after I finish this video. Also got something cool here. 2 more cool things. Small block Ford. Some people have asked me, are you going to ever have small block Ford? Yeah, I got them right now. So this is a carbureted with the, see it, Wyand intake. Got a T10 transmission. The block, that looks phenomenal. They look so cool. Independent water pump, pulleys. Got the alternator with brackets. Demon carburetor. Distributor. Harmonic balancer right there. Oil filter. Some other little things. There's a fuel pump right between the head and the pulleys. And then Ford Racing valve covers, and got long tube and short tube headers, so maybe you could get it to fit your application with one of the two. Now I do have the files with a bunch of upgrade kit or upgrade packs for this engine. Supercharger, 2 4s, different valve covers, so there's quite a bit of upgrades that I can offer with this for this engine. I may make I can do them separate, but unless you got this engine, you know, it's not going to do you a lot of good. So I might do a engine that is supercharged, one that's 2 4s, Edelbrock carburetors too, with linkage on the 2 4s, and the 2 4s also will go on the blower as well. It's got like Hillborn style hat, whatever that goes on. Anyway, all right, so got that. And one more cool thing, here it is. I finally, after my friend Angel recommended, could you ever offer a Ford Coyote? So here's a Ford Coyote, powered by Ford, cylinder heads, valve covers. There's your block. It's got the Tremec 660 or something like that transmission. Here's your linkage for the back of the transmission. It has the where your drive shaft would hooks, what thing with little holes in it. No, I guess you can do it either way. You can put the drive shaft with the yoke or not, and it's got the shifting knob and all. So these are transmission parts here, and from the engine, from the head, cylinder block and all that forward, that's for the engine. So it's got the fuel injection, and that goes on top of it. It also says on there, if we can get it to 5.0 32 valve, says that on there too. Pretty cool. There's the front, the timing chain cover, got a breather, and the exhaust. These are 4 little plugs. What you do with those, if you purchase this engine, I haven't built one of these yet. I need to have a display. They go in your cylinders, and then your cylinder heads match on top of that, rather than, you know, it's kind of hard to take your cylinder heads and get them just right so the intake and all fits just perfect. Well, that's pretty cool with this. It comes with these little plugs that go in your cylinder, so it matches your head to your block just perfect. Also has the pressure plate, flywheel. Very, very detailed engines. This guy does a phenomenal job. Oil pan, and you know what? Does it have 2 flywheels? This is a first print, by the way. Like this one's got a starter back here. I didn't realize it, and a starter up here. It's about to come off anyway. But I've eliminated one of the starters, and I'll have to go back and eliminate one of the flywheels, or I can just leave both flywheels. No big deal. But anyway, and your pulleys and all that stuff, water pump, alternator. So that's pretty cool. Ford Coyote 5.0 32 valve with the Tremec that is matched to fit it. All right, well, that's it for MCV products. So back to the main topic. Just got this from Hobby Dump Models. Mark sent this over with my order. A very cool AMT 32nd scale Mustang, curbside, quick build, not many parts. And I picked this up, I think, on eBay quite some time ago. 1978 edition of the Monogram Mustang. I'm not sure what year model. What was the GT350? Was it 65 or 66? I don't know. But this one's still wrapped, and and I want to compare these two kits. I want to take them out open, see what the bodies look like compared to each other. But guess what? I'm not going to open this one, believe it or not, because I was at a show some time back, and for $10 I got one that was in a bag. So I don't have to open up that kit. I've got this one. So let's dump out these parts for the Monogram kit. Where did I put the instructions? I had it just while there. There they are. It came with the instructions too. You know what? It says nowhere on the instructions Monogram that I could find, but it does have a really nice set of decals that are absolutely beautiful. So I got the instruction sheet and the kit that's bagged. You know what? That thing's never been opened. Check it out. It's just taken out of the box. Okay, so I need a knife. Alright, so I'll get a scalpel, X-Acto knife, and we will see what this is all about. And then we'll open up the AMT and we'll compare. Just by looking at it, I think the Monogram's got a few extra pieces compared to the AMT. I think, like seats and stuff like that. I think in the AMT kit, the seats may be molded into the interior tub. Okay, so here we have a body, have a chassis with the dummy engine that goes in it for the like cross member and all that stuff. Got plastic tires, and the proportions on the tires look awful on this kit. That just looks like a Hot Wheels to me. It's so high off the ground. Look how high it is off the ground. You could off-road that thing. You could take it to the Baja 1000 and have no problem with clearance. Anyway, so that doesn't look good to me. Anyway, got the tires, got the interior tub. Oh, that's nice. Nice little interior. Firewall. No, that's the rear. That's the rear of the body. Right there. And then a nice little dashboard. And obviously the glass down here. And then you have two, oh, we got seats with seat belts. Safe. So we got seat belts. Okay. And then your chrome tree, which has these stock Mustang wheels, cool looking grill, shifter, steering wheel, everything's chrome, and then with tail lights. Okay, now let's check out the AMT. I'm kind of curious. This stuff, I like this kind of stuff here. It's really, I dig it, man. Nope, I was wrong. The seats are separate on the AMT. We got these parts mixed up. No, I won't. They're different colors. So this is white, and that's kind of a cream color. Can't wait to check the bodies out beside each other. What if they were exactly the same? What if some of you guys already said, like, I already know, Matthew, and in the comments you say, I knew exactly what that was. They're exactly the same. They're not. They can't be. But we're going to check them out anyway. So this 65 Mustang kit from AMT has to be, because it's that kind of throwback style. I would imagine this one probably was from the 60s. The first mold of it. Not 100% sure. I did not do my research, and I'm sure you're not surprised. So with the AMT, you get a decent looking little interior. I'm impressed. Got two seats, safety to the wind, no seat belts, nice little dash. Let's see whose dash looks the best. Oh, I'll go ahead and tell you, the AMT dash looks better. Oh, I'm back. My brother-in-law stopped by for a few minutes, actually half an hour or longer. So we talked a few minutes. All right, so where was that? I was at the dashboards, right? I think that's where I left. Oh, that's backwards. And I think I like the one you can't see, because you can't see either. I like the AMT. I think the AMT has definitely a nicer looking. There's the Monogram. Gauges kind of stick out, and the big old trim ring around the glove compartment. Then the AMT looks a lot nicer. They're both fine, but I like the AMT. They both have the, gosh, the defrost type thing up top too. But anyway, it's too blurry. All right, and the tubs for the interior. Let's see, front to front. So the AMT's got much more trunk space, I guess you'd call it. The white is the AMT. So if you started at the, line them up right at the front, the seats don't exactly go to the same point either. But your pedals, let's see if the pedals right there. Yeah, the seats aren't, so it's almost like the depth is different. Interior door panels, or let's see, how does this look? Very simple. The AMT has got a few little extra imprints of the window cranks and everything. AMT looks better. It does. Sure does. All right. Chassis. There it is. Let's see what this looks like. Now this is totally different. And I'm doing them on the wrong sides, but oh well. So I'll try to line the wheelbase is pretty much the same, I think, because on the front, let's see, I can put that on there. The little front cross member piece, where did that go? I've already lost it. There it is. So this piece goes to the front. Let's see if our wheelbases are pretty much the same. There we go. So there's that front lined up, which there ain't a darn axle on the back, but you can still see it's pretty much centered. Looks like the AMT is just a tick longer because it goes, it's like it goes a little farther back in the wheel well, and the AMT has a roll panel on the made onto the chassis for the lower part of the body, and the Monogram doesn't. The Monogram does have, I suppose, is there no, where's the rear? Where's the rear axle? I opened the bag up. Huh. What in the world? Oh, there it is. Gosh, it's on the same tree. So it does have an leaf springs and all that are separate, but boy, does that differential look horrible. And then on the, well, it don't look no better. On the AMT, you got the promo style. Both of them look pretty rudimentary, but you do have a better underside as far as the bottom half of the engine representation here. And then you got single exhaust. I would think that probably would have had duals. It's a 65 Mustang fastback. I would thought it would have had duals. It doesn't. But you know what? Look at here. This is GT350 and it's got a single exhaust. That's not accurate to GT350 though. Absolutely not. Okay. Wheels and tires. They're both just hard plastic. These are Goodyear. I think it says Goodyear. I can't read it. I'll be honest with you. I can't tell what it says. I'd have to get a magnifying glass. Yeah, it says Goodyear. It does say Goodyear. It's got sort of like that tread on them. And then on the Monogram, you have Goodyears as well, and no tread. They're just slick. I think I like the AMT tires. They're a little more rounded. These are really square. The Monogram are really squared off, and the AMT tires, I don't know, they're both pretty raunchy looking. Pretty raunchy looking. That would be the downfall of both these kits, is the tires and wheels. All right, here we go. Body. Yep. So your AMT, let's line the fronts. The AMT is a little longer. You can see the front fenders overhang and the rear fenders overhang. So actually one of these is not 1/32 scale. Maybe they're both not. You know what? Here's under the bottom. The top. Just from the top view, just what I would think looks more accurate. Oh gosh, yeah, definitely. The AMT, tell me if you notice anything different. Maybe right there and there. Look at that. Look how small isn't that the A pillar? Look how small that is. And then look at the monogram, how gigantic. Yeah, they really did it in on that. Man, goodness gracious. That's crazy. AMT had a way better, I think the shape of the roof, something with the, okay, yeah, okay, here's another difference. So on the monogram, it goes here and then there's a body line. Maybe that's accurate to the car, I don't know. You see that body line right there? Where it changes, it sort of changes shape. Goes from, and then, there it is, and it cuts down. And on the AMT, it looks like a Mustang. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the monogram, I would say for sure is not as good as a representation of a Mustang. Now there is no way I'm going to get this to focus. Well, maybe so. There's the two fronts. Yeah, the monogram just doesn't look right. Something about it just doesn't look right. AMT, you done good on this one. You did. Sure did. So door lines, look how far off the AMT is longer. And I would just go, I would dare to say that your body proportions are probably right here on AMT. I have heard that AMT was in with the car manufacturers and they would get like actual pictures and measurements and stuff. But yeah, there's just something. The wheel wells don't even look right on the monogram. Look at that. They look funky. They're not really round. And again, I don't know. Maybe they're not supposed to be round. Does have the monogram does have a pretty decent body line around where the taillights would go, right there. I don't know if that's accurate or not. The AMT does not. It's just smooth. So, anyway, well, there you go. That would explain the shorter distance of the seat placement on the MPC because it's a shorter body. The body just ain't as big. And then we have the chrome. I didn't look at that. So monogram on the left and AMT on the right. So monogram on the top for the grille, AMT on the bottom. You can see there's a definite size and shape difference with the grille. Even the Mustang is really small on the monogram and it's bigger on the AMT. You have your back bumper on your monogram AMT. The back bumper on the AMT just looks so much better. The monogram just looks squared off. Anyway, okay, good deal. Well, this concludes the comparison video for the 1/32 AMT 65 Mustang and the monogram 32nd scale Ford Mustang, somewhere in the neighborhood of the same year. The GT350, it doesn't even have the little, it would have had those like side vents right there. I believe AMT does have those. I didn't even recognize that a while ago. Well, no, it doesn't actually on the AMT. Now that comes to almost a point right here, and on the AMT it kind of nice and round, and I think that probably is a better representation. Am I partial to AMT? Not really. I mean, I used to think when I first got back in the hobby, I was like, I'm an AMT guy, because my dad was. He always spoke highly of AMT, because back in the 60s when he built model kits and stuff, he always talked about AMT. He liked them. So I was obviously just an AMT guy because of that. But Monogram makes great stuff, but this one isn't. Not to say it's not a cool little kit to build, but it definitely is not as good as a representation of a Ford Mustang as the AMT. And that's fine. You know, everybody's going to get a little something wrong. I have heard on the Revell 69 Chevy Nova SS, the one that's got like a 2-in-1 kit, the newer model Revell Nova, I've heard those proportions aren't as good as the older AMT Nova. So, you know, it comes and goes. Whatever. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, I appreciate all you do for me. Thank you again to Mike Lyons for sending me those 2 cool model kits. Thinking of me when he was at the show. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. And thank you to all you guys that support me in whichever way it may be. Just watching the videos, giving them a thumbs up, subscribing. I appreciate that. Don't forget to go check out the 5.0 Coyote, complete with a transmission. Or the small block Ford. You can make it a 347 if you want to. It can be a 289. You know, honestly, a 351 block and a 302 block are different, but they're not that much different that you would really tell in a model kit. But anyway, small block Ford, very cool kit, very cool. What am I saying? Very cool engine, and the rear half Pro Street. I got to get the Coyote and this Pro Street rear half on the website. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Do appreciate you. Don't forget to go, as always, go check out hobbynutmodels.com. Grab yourself a model kit, some MCW paint, some Tamiya paint, some glue, some sanding sticks, some whatever you can find over there. Go check it out. Always linked in the description of the video, as well as my website, mcvproducts.net, where you can get these 3D printed products as well as ProTech parts. So, guys, thank you so much. And Roanoke, Virginia. Today is the 6th of March. March the 8th, me and my son Joseph will be rolling out about 5:30 in the morning, heading up to Roanoke, Virginia for the March 9th MDA model show up there at the Berglund Center. Also accompanied by I would say the model show accompanies a very, very nice and super cool and big one-to-one car show. So if you're in the Roanoke area or within 100 or 2, or I don't know, it takes us 8 hours to get up there. So if you're within about 7 or 8 hours of Roanoke, take off. Berglund Center, March the 9th, and come see the models. Go see the real thing, and I'll have a table set up selling MCV products and ProTech parts. So you come see me, and I can't wait to meet you. But anyway, guys, you take care, and we'll see all you guys later. Actually, I always do that. It's like I won't see you because you're actually looking at me. So take care. See you soon. All right, bye.